lender applications in the wake of rising cases of Kenyans being subjected to exorbitant interest rates. The central bank governor, Dr. Patrick Njoroge, reiterated the bank's stance on ensuring the banking sector is regulated within the best global practices. The Senate Finance Committee, on its part, urged the CBK to fast-track the development of a robust legal framework to ensure the industry is well regulated. Kenya has in recent years seen a spike in the number of digital mobile lenders as demand for credit soared. CBK places current digital loans at over 70 billion shillings. Well, we now want to speak to Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. on the legal issues surrounding the new push to regulate digital lenders in the country. Thank you so much, Senator Mutula, for speaking to us. Perhaps for senators that are really keen on ensuring that you put a lead in terms of regulating this very interesting sector, what are some of the key issues that you'll be considering?
First, I must say that it is a lot of Kenyans and particularly innocent Kenyans out there in the countryside who have been taken advantage of by these money lending apps. It surprises us that these money lending app activities are going on without any sort of monitoring, without any form of regulation. And to some level of extent, the governor of Central Bank admitted that, in fact, this criminal activity, which I call nefarious activity, has been going on, and they are trying to find a method. We have suggested that the Central Bank, being a regulator, financial regulator of the market, should not wait for an amendment of the law, should have used the already existing network, and we have suggested cyber crime police to make sure that people are not exploited, because these people are using platforms that can be tracked through the various mobile service providers, and therefore innocent people end up losing a lot of money. What is even worse for us is that even unlike the banking sector, where the bank has security to repay in the event that there's a problem, these people are easily fly-by-nights. And I mentioned to the governor that this happens every time just before elections. You get all these fly-by-night companies, all these pyramid schemes, all these sweeteners, and it is apparent that Central Bank, in an attempt to address this, has been unable to curb this problem. And we have suggested that if they are going to deal with this problem right into the countryside, this idea of press conferences, press releases, big adverts in the nation is not going to help. They ought to go into the traditional media, out there in the public, by using all sorts of media platforms where people can understand in mother tongue, that they should check this. But that can only be a temporary measure. A good measure would be that the minute somebody launches an app that is not licensed and regulated, Central Bank cybercrime should have the power to stop them. But even worse, even the ones that are regulated through banks, whether it's Safaricom and others, we have suggested that this idea that people are lending money at high rates, the Fulizas of this world, Central Bank should have a lead on how money is lent to the public and the rate upon which money is being lent to the public. So that then people are not taken advantage of because they are borrowing 200, 300, 3,000, 4,000 shillings. And yet, in the end, we are just fleecing them. It's something that we must have a robust regulation so that banks do not take advantage of these small people, because people are using mobile phones and mobile penetration to make usurious profits. I call them usurious because they are usurious profits. You're benefiting from the lowest of the lowest in the economy. Thank you.
And of course, Senator, speaking, the Digital Lenders Association's position is that the industry remains very nascent in terms of it's still an upcoming industry. Setting very stringent laws could curtail the growth of this industry. Over and above that, it's a free market where willing buyer, willing seller. What would you have to say to this?
There's no country in the world that operates like that, laissez-faire. I mean, every country, and I've said this even about the digital hailing vehicles, cabs, Uber, etc., etc. Kenya is the only country that operates without a legal framework, although it is a free economy. All over Europe, they have developed regulations for how you can use your mobile phone, because the problem is not the fact that it is a free economy, is that the abuse is more. And now that they have, and from what you've seen, the sort of lending that they are going on through these activities is over 75 billion. It's a huge economy. It's unregulated. All you need is a criminal to take advantage of this and fleece Kenyans of a lot of money and then disappear like a fly by night. The point is that you must have that person must be known. That person must make a deposit of sorts to make sure that when they lend money, if they disappear or their company collapses or whatever it is that they are doing, is found to be illegal. The person that innocent person who wants to go and buy oranges and potatoes from Wakulima market to go and sell them in Kabonzwen in Makueni, where I come from, or goes to Kikomba to go and sell wares and tears in Makindo, that person has some security of mind, that they are not being cheated, that they are not being fleeced. But the interest, we want to know how much interest are these people making from innocent Kenyans, so that we understand whether there is we need to protect the consumer. All over the world, the consumer protection is number one. Consumer protection law in this country, in whatever form, is lacking, and therefore you will just find crooked business people who want to make a quick buck, taking advantage of the space which the country has. And I've said that I've participated in finding out why the digital hail applications for purposes of cabs is not regulated. Nobody realized that it's not regulated. The companies that are giving these facilities are housed in Switzerland. So all you need is an application from some funny place in Somali, in some place in Iceland, lending people money, and nobody knows. That is the idea, that we should have a scheme where you can monitor what these people are doing, so that, first of all, they are not laundering money that is proceeds of crime, because it's very easy. All you need to do is set up an app, launder 1 billion shillings, put it back into the economy, and yet it's money that was used either for terrorism, drugs, and any other illegal activity. So we are just alerting Central Bank that they have a role in regulating this free market and economy that appears to be free, yet it is not free and shouldn't be free.
All right. And Senator, finally, what now is the way forward? What are the key takeouts with the Central Bank? Are we likely to sort out this issue?
Yes. Central Bank says that it's going to push the National Assembly to see that the CBK Amendment Bill is passed before parliamentarians go on recess this month. We have insisted that through, because the monetary policy framework under the Central Bank acts on its own motion, that on its own motion the Central Bank should stop some of the activities that are going on even without amendment to the law, because by the time that amendment is signed, it could be a month. Within that month or within 2 months, past Christmas and during the festivities, somebody could easily become a billionaire by cheating Mama Mwikali, Mama Otieno, and Mama Mudeu. That is the sort of thing that should come out. The Central Bank should come out very clearly to blacklist these people, use the cybercrime framework to stop these people from taking advantage of innocent Kenyans, so that by the time we're getting into the new year, whoever wants to do business and lend people money, they can do so. But they must accept that Kenya is a land of laws, and that laws must be followed. Not because we want to stop them from doing business. We actually want them to put in a lot of money, but we want to protect that lady who wants to do very quick business and doesn't know a lot of these things that we know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., for speaking to us on Business.